Hey guys, welcome to Joko Outdoors. I'm Brian, and today we're going to be cooking on the Expert Commodore Pellet Grill. What we're going to cook, last hunting season, shot the first deer I've ever killed in my life. Well, not in my life, but the first deer I've killed in probably 7 years. First deer I'd seen in 7 years. So, I ended up shooting him, and we processed the deer. You go look up in the upper right corner, and you can see that video where we processed the deer. Today we have what's left over of that deer, the front shoulder, and there's various different muscle groups on this shoulder. So I didn't cut off a whole lot of silver skin on there. I tried to cut off as much of the loose silver skin that I could. There's still a little bit right there. But what we're going to do is we're going to season this thing up, and we're going to put this on the pellet smoker and trim this up real quick. Get that little piece off. Samson boy like that little piece. We're going to put it on the pellet smoker at about 225 degrees. We're going to smoke it for 2 hours, and then after that we're going to come back. We're going to put it in this pan right here. I might even wrap it up, and we're going to put it back in the pellet smoker for about another 3 hours. Might turn the grill up to about 300 degrees at that point, because we're also going to put some bell peppers and some onions in there, and I think we're going to try to make deer tacos with this thing, or maybe deer fajitas. We kind of do our stuff a little bit different. I don't know that we're going to put it in a tortilla, but we love putting it on Doritos chips, nacho cheese Doritos. So what we're going to do, I don't have any gloves, any cooking gloves or anything to prep this up with. So I'm just going to use my hands. I've already washed them. Deer meat is very lean. There's not a whole lot of fat on here. So what we have to do is we have to put a little bit, I'm going to put some olive oil. I like using olive oil over any other kind of oil. We're going to rub it on that, and then we're going to coat it with the Pit Boss sweet heat rub. We're going to try this now. It's got garlic, coffee, and molasses in it. But it says it's best on beef, pork, and chicken. Best on beef, really. So deer meat's very close to beef as far as texture goes, the way it cooks and everything. So we're going to use this on there. I'm not quite sure how that coffee taste is going to turn out, but it's going to be interesting to see. All right, so let's go ahead and prep this thing up. I'm gonna get you just a little bit closer. All right. So got a little bit of fat right here. Some of that silver skin. Hopefully this stuff will come right off. I got as much of that off as I could without having to tear the muscles apart. You can see there's various cuts of muscle right here. Flip it over on the other side. It's the same. You got various cuts of muscle. So we're going to try to, now before I start seasoning this thing up, I also want to let you know too, I injected this last night, and I put it, get that little tinge right there, I put it in a vacuum seal bag, and I vacuumed it, get my meat shears, put it in a vacuum seal bag, and I sealed it up to try to keep as much of the juice in there. And what I injected it with was some apple cider vinegar, some Dale's seasoning, some Worcestershire sauce, and soy sauce. And I just mixed all that together in a measuring cup, and I injected it in there all throughout. And it looks like it stayed pretty good, so I'm going to pour just a little bit of oil on there. We spread this oil all throughout. This will just kind of help the seasoning stick. Now, I've not opened this seasoning up yet, so today will be the first time that I've opened it up. Just gonna rub that in there, and we're gonna flip it over. Rub this on there. And all this stuff's gonna go in our grilling category. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more grilling for you guys anytime we can. Anyways, let me wash my hands real quick. So now we're gonna open this. It's a little wet. Alright, let's see how this stuff turns out. Let's take a look at it. We're just going to spread it on there, just like this. I got the shank on here too. I watched a lot of videos of people not keeping the shank on the front shoulder. I mean, I like the shank being on there. I think it, because we're going to try to shred this like you would pulled pork. I think it's, you know, anytime there's extra meat to shred, I'm all game. I love deer meat. My family loves deer meat. Most of the time we prefer deer meat over anything else. Alright, so we've got that on there. Nice looking rub right there. See if you guys can see that nice looking rub. Now we're going to turn it over and do the same thing. Alright. We're just going to pat it in. You know, you don't want to actually rub it in. We're going to pat it in. It'll help keep it on there. And the olive oil will help it stick too. Help keep the moisture in. We're also going to top it off with, when we put it back in here, we're going to top it off with probably some apple cider vinegar. A lot of people have used beer, but I'm a ordained minister. Ken is an ordained minister, so we stay away from that stuff. So we're gonna put some apple cider vinegar in there with it just to keep it moist. Now, that's looking good right there. All right, let's get this out to the grill and get it put on there. All right, guys, so we're here at the Expert Grill. It's the Commodore pellet smoker from Walmart. This is actually the second one I had to get. The first one, if you check the video out, you know, look up there in that right hand corner, you can see a link there for the video of the unboxing of the grill. But after the first cook of the hamburgers that you guys saw, the auger quit working. I went out 2 days later to try to, you know, cook some steaks on it, and the auger just quit working. So I had to get another one. So here we're going to cook the deer leg on this. We're going to cook that front shoulder on here, and we're going to smoke it for about 2 hours at 225. Hopefully this thing will get up to about 225. Right now it's sitting at about 200 degrees, but we got a wind blowing through. It's at the beginning of March, and 3 days ago it was 75 degrees outside, and today it's supposed to be a high of 54. So it's weather's unpredictable up here in North Carolina. It's very hard to tell. Even if the weather says it's going to be nice, you might wake up one morning and it might be, you know, 40 degrees when the day before it was supposed to be 65 degrees. So we're going to throw this on here. Hopefully this thing will get up to temperature and we can check it back out in about 2 hours and then wrap everything. All right, we're going to get this thrown on here. I'll show you. Let me see if I can get you up here a little bit closer. Marshall. All right, guys. So there's the whole shoulder right there. And we're going to leave this on here. The temperature's slowly rising. It's actually at about 190 right now, but hopefully it'll get up to about 225. It dropped a little bit. We had a breeze blow through, but hopefully this thing will get up. All right. All right, so we'll see you guys in about 2 hours. Alright guys, so you saw it on there. We'll get back with you in about 2 hours, see what it looks like, and then we're going to wrap it up and put it in this pan right here, put some veggies in with it, let it cook for another 3 hours. Alright, we'll see you in about 2. Guys, so we just came out here, the alarm just went off. It's been about 2 hours, so we're going to take a look at this front shoulder and see what it looks like after about 2 hours. We're going to put it on the pan, and then we're going to get it back inside. I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. All right, so let's take a look at that real quick. So you can see right here, this leg's turned out pretty good so far. Right now sitting at about 119 degrees internal. We've got our meat probe right here, and it's sitting at about 119 degrees internal. When you use these meat probes, don't make sure the meat probe's not touching the bone, because the bone's going to be hotter. So make sure it's just touching you know, the muscle and the meat. But it's sitting at about 120 degrees right now. I don't know if you can see the smoke, but it's starting to smoke up a little bit. We're going to take this off. We're going to put it in the pan. We're going to get back inside, and then we're going to show you guys what we're going to do next. All right, so we'll see you back inside. All right, guys, so we're back inside, and what I've done is I've cut up some green, you can see some of it's already starting to fall in, green, red, and yellow or orange bell peppers, and some onions, and we're just going to pour that all up in here. We're going to spread it out. We're going to cook all this. Alright, so we're going to pour that in there. I am going to pour some apple cider vinegar in there, but we're also going to mix it with beef broth too. So we're going to pour this in here. And what this is just going to help keep it from drying out. It's going to help keep it moist. Hopefully fall off the bone type deal. That's what we're going for. So hopefully it'll turn out. Apple cider vinegar. We're going to mix some beef broth in with it. This stuff will just evaporate. Water, of course, but it smells so good. Now I'm also going to, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some of this Sweet Heat Rub by Pit Boss. We coated the leg in it, and I'm just going to go ahead and pour some more on here. Mix it in with all the vegetables. Then we're going to wrap this thing, and we're going to wrap it. We're going to put it back on the grill. I've got the grill heating up right now to about 300 degrees. We're going to cook it for about 3 more hours, maybe 3.5. When we take it out, it should pull right off the bone. Should you know, be like a pulled pork, shredded right off the bone. And then we're going to put this over the top of some Doritos chips and have supper. So that's this is our way of doing front deer shoulder. We're going to get it on the grill, and then we will see you guys back here again in about 3 hours. So it has been about maybe 3 hours and 15 minutes, and we're going to open this thing up, and then we are going to try to get a close-up on this and see how this thing looks. The only thing I done was took the probe out, so I got to see just a little bit of it, but I have not seen, this is the first reveal of it, so we're going to open this thing up and see what it looks like. It smells good. Oh yes. You guys can see that. Look at that. Alright, so we're going to look at this and see what this does. Some of that might be that's pretty tender. Some of it might be the silver skin that's still left on there. But this sucker's done. His internal temperature was about 190 degrees.
Falling apart. Give me some of that.
So nice and tender. Looking got the smoke ring right there. Look at that smoke ring. Look at that. Well, I'd say it's probably a success. Probably would have done a little bit better had I got more of the silver skin off, but I got the best that I could. This deer right here had a lot of silver skin on it, but looking at it, look at that. It pulls apart. So these are gonna be some good tacos.
We have
On Doritos. Yeah, there we go. Silver skin can make it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And if you look right here, oh yeah, it's got that sweet heat. And the muscle just about came right off that bone right there. So next time I would say I'm definitely going to try to get more of the silver skin off. But for the first attempt, I think we did a pretty good job. Look at that. Look at that smoke ring right there. Look at that. Oh man, that just looks so good. Peeling apart like that. Yeah, once you get past that silver, once you get past the silver skin, and you get that silver skin off, this thing just peels apart. It just peels like butter. Look at that. Alright guys, so you saw the deer meat. Once you get past that silver skin, I mean, just look at that. It just peels right off. Now, I cook this just for my family, so I'm not feeding a whole big crowd or anything. Just look at that. That peels right apart. This is going to be some good eating right here. That just came right off the bone. So, next time I'll probably try to get the silver skin off a little bit more. Front shoulder had various different, front shoulder had various different muscle groups on there. Look at that. That was, oh man, look at that. I'm telling you what, that's got a nice smoke up there. Look, I can't even keep it up. It's falling apart. So, we're gonna get to eating, and if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment below, share our videos. We appreciate you guys watching. We do hope to see you again next time, and please let us know what you think about this video. Let us know what you guys do a little differently, if you guys do anything differently. Again, we appreciate you. We love you guys. And remember, this is God's country.